Hey, what's up, YouTube? You guys have tuned into Dat Plant Dude. It's been a while since I've made a video. I actually kind of forgot that I even had this channel. I just kind of remembered the other day, checked up on it, and saw the channel was actually getting some decent views. So it seems like you guys are kind of enjoying some of this stuff, and I'll have to start making more of it. Just wanted to do a little bit of an update, and I think maybe we will do just kind of an update on the little living room garden, kind of how plants are doing. We got that, what is that? We got the Monstera Adonzi, the Swiss cheese plant over there. I don't know if you guys can see how crazy that one's going. It goes all the way down here, and there's probably another 4 or 5 feet down below there as well. And really the only new thing I've picked up since the last video, Costco had these Birds of Paradise on sale for $29. They're about 5 feet tall. And we got another Bird of Paradise over there, and then one in the bedroom. And I think we paid a pretty good penny for, this one was much smaller when we got it. And then to get this giant one for $29 was a pretty good deal. I probably should have got more of them. But what I wanted to talk about in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of an experiment. Maybe I'll make some videos about the garden this year. We got some beans, some peas, some corn going. And I had some asparagus planted in this little container on the right. None of the asparagus really seemed to take, whereas everything else is kind of flourishing. But what we're going to try to plant over the top or in the place of the asparagus are these golden berries. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know what golden berries are. The true name is Cape Goose Berries. And I actually had never seen these, had never heard of these before. I was actually turned on to these. I was shopping at Aldi. I happened to see them, and just kind of the bright color of them is what caught my eye. They're called golden berries. And so I had to pick them up. They kind of look like cherry tomatoes. They have a similar texture to cherry tomatoes, but the flavor is crazy. It's kind of, I think they taste like tangerines. Other people have said they still kind of taste like tomatoes. I've given them to a number of family members and friends who are like, oh, I hate tomatoes. I don't want to eat it. And then they bite into it and they realize, they're like, oh, it kind of tastes more citrusy than it does taste like a tomato. The texture is a little bit different too. There's kind of a seed pod, with kind of some like juicy kind of flesh inside and seeds inside. You can't eat the seeds. The seeds are really small. But these are golden berries, or Cape Goose Berries as they call them. I believe they're native to Peru. They're grown a lot in Australia, so they do kind of like warmer climates from what I understand. It's basically a bush. And the fruit on the bush does not actually look like this. This is actually in the tomato family. I believe it's actually closely related to tomatillos. And you know how tomatillos have that kind of like papery lantern-like shell? That's basically what these have as well. So on the actual bush, it's going to grow these kind of little like paper hanging lantern things. And once the lanterns kind of brown and dry out, then you can kind of knock that paper material off, and inside are these berries. Like I said, very tasty. I know Aldi's had them pretty consistently for like the past month or two. So if you have an Aldi store by you, if you go in the produce section, you should be able to find these. I have noticed some batches are better than others. I would say I probably bought them 8 or 10 times, pretty much every time except for 1 or 2. They've been very sweet, very tangerine tasting. Although I do think 1 or 2 batches, they were kind of soft and a little bit sour. But we're going to try to grow these from seed. If you guys were wanting to get plants, because I've heard that these do take a while to mature, and I'm not even sure if you'll be able to get fruit off them the first year, or if the plant will grow big enough to support the berries the first year. I have seen a lot of people on Etsy selling actual plants, like 4-inch pots for anywhere from $8, $15, $20. If I can find some locally on like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or something like that, Craigslist, I may try to pick up a full plant, because I do hear they take a while to grow. But we are going to try to grow them from seeds. So I got some seeds planted here already. Basically, all you need to do is take one of these berries. You can pull it apart with your fingernails. You can bite it in half. You can cut it in half with a knife. And inside, there's going to be kind of this fleshy, kind of goopy seed pod. Now, the seeds are going to be really, really small, tiny little white seeds. I found the best way to try to separate the seeds from the flesh is get a little bowl of water, and once you kind of open up the berry and kind of pull that seed pod out, you can just kind of rub it between your fingers in the water, and the seeds should kind of separate from the flesh. I don't think you have to get it all off, but try to get most of it off. and then plant those seeds. You know, the seeds are really small. I'm not sure how well they're going to germinate, so I planted a number of seeds in each little space here. But yeah, so we're going to get these started. I planted them last night. We'll see if anything winds up popping up. I may try to order, like I said, a full plant online, or try to find one locally. I may try to find some seeds. But I'm curious if just off the shelf of Aldi, these golden berries, or Cape Goose Berries as they call them, will actually take root and grow, and hopefully we can get some fruit this year. So I'll kind of keep you guys updated on that. You know, I've mostly done videos on, you know, the indoor plants here. Actually, speaking of that, we got to go turn the lights on. Okay, so we got that guy on. I'm not a huge fan of these little stick lights here, but we'll turn those on as well. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the progress, and I guess kind of at the end of the summer, we'll see if we have any golden gooseberries to eat. So, been a while since I made a video. I'm gonna try to get back on it for this channel. We might do kind of a plant tour. You know, some of our hanging plants are starting to kind of grow out a little bit. We got this. What is this, a pothos? You know, that one's getting pretty long. We got that guy's growing up. This thing is just huge. The Raphidodora tetrasperma is doing well. You know, again, more of the hanging plants doing pretty good. This is my variegated Albo Monstera. It doesn't have a lot of variegation. There's only like one leaf. I think I've talked about this one before. I got it at a nursery. I had to get on a waiting list. And when it was my turn to go in and pick up my plant, there wasn't a huge selection. So they had some plants that were bigger, healthier, more vibrant, but had like no variegation. This one was one of the smaller ones, only had like 2 leaves, but did have a fair amount of variegation. Let me see if you guys can actually, do you guys see that? Although, unfortunately, none of the other new growth, and it's put out a number of leaves since then, none of the other new growth is variegated at all. So we actually wound up taking a cutting, and it's a beautiful plant, but again, no variegation. I think I am trying to sell this plant. I just got too many Monsteras. I got like 3 in the other room. I got this big bushy one here. I got this one here. We got a Monstera we grew from seed. I think I actually made a video about that one. But if anyone's interested in buying this one, I don't know if it will ever put out any variegation. I'm guessing once the weather warms up and we get more sun, who knows? I kind of love the leaves that it's putting out. It's a pretty plant. Great root structure. But yeah, unfortunately, we just don't got, you know, really the only leaves that are variegated are the 2 that were variegated when I got it. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. Maybe we'll do a little update. This bird of paradise is new. Got it at Costco for 29 bucks. So yeah, maybe we'll kind of do an indoor garden update. And I'll kind of keep you guys updated on the progress of the actual garden as these grow up and as we move them outside. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell to be notified of future videos. And I'll keep you guys updated how these Canadian gooseberries do. I'll catch you guys on the next one.